Great Scott. Great Scott. Great Scott.
Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Great Scott. I'm Scotty V. Superman's red briefs will be reappearing on the outside of his uniform, and fans are overjoyed! Yay! Finally, I can start buying Superman comics again. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. This is a 80-year history of a guy having adventures. He goes electric blue for a while, and fans lose their mind. I don't envy Superman creators and DC for trying to keep Superman around at the moment because they're having a very difficult time and they don't know exactly what to do. My arm hurts. Jim Lee's released cover, to me, looks horrendous. Jim Lee is one of the greatest comic book artists in my opinion. This new look with the red briefs, he's short, he's squat. We're back to the big circus strongman look with the big fat chest and not really muscle definition. I don't like it, and I don't personally love the briefs. I think it's a silly look, you might say. But Scott, you've been a Superman fan a lot longer than any of us that go to the Superman homepage now. Why don't you like going back to his original look? You should be one of the people leading the charge. When he was designed after circus strongmen, something that was popular in Siegel and Schuster's time, but no longer exists. Kids don't even know what that is. You might say, but wrestlers don't wear that look anymore, and why would Superman design himself after a wrestler? Superman's thing is not about showing off how strong he is, showing off his muscles, looking like he's a strong man trying to intimidate people. That's Batman's thing. Smallville made a lot of sense because a kid growing up now who became Superman would never design his costume in that way. We as fans didn't like it. We thought it was stupid when he was wearing his trench coat and an S underneath. But that's probably more like what a kid would do. He would not design tights and a cape. The argument I get is, well, that's Superman. Superman's outside of time. Superman shouldn't have to change with styles. But it only makes sense if you grew up as a human, even though you're a Kryptonian, with human people and human kids around you, that you would design your costume to kind of look like something that might be cool in this day and age. Time goes on, therefore these characters have to change and develop. But a lot of Superman fans have a very hard time allowing Superman to do that. So I'm guessing you're going to see an uptick in sales with Action 1000, where the briefs are back. It's another gimmick. It's another thing to try and sell books that month, but that's what businesses do. They come up with ways to maybe rile people up or get people excited for however long it lasts, and maybe this one will last again. The most important thing is the stories. But the stories haven't caught me. I haven't been interested since midway through the New 52. I stopped collecting. I tried again with Rebirth and the new relaunch of having him back with Lois and the real Superman, which doesn't actually exist. That's just a thing, a gimmick that the company uses to try and entice people who stop reading because the real Superman didn't go away. There was no real Superman. This is an ongoing, developing character who has changes and stories that happened to him during his life. So I figure you're going to see an uptick, just like you did with Rebirth. It's back down again to a certain extent. It might go up. Hopefully it stays there, because for me, all that matters is that we keep getting Superman stories. We keep getting chances to maybe like it. We keep getting movies and cartoons. We keep seeing Superman around. From what I have found, kids these days, young adults these days, don't care about Superman. And most do make fun of the briefs on the outside. I don't know that that means his success or failure, but that's the reason they took them away, thinking that 5-year-olds wouldn't laugh at him for having his underwear on the outside. And if 5-year-olds are laughing at you and you're Superman, you're going to have a hard time sticking around in the future as those 5-year-olds grow up, because they're not going to look to buy. And I know the 50-year-olds want to see the George Reeves big-chested Superman with briefs who acts the same way that he did in the 40s. But myself, older people than me, aren't going to be the ones that are going to keep Superman going into the future, and companies know that. That's why 18 to 35 is the coveted range on TV. It's probably the coveted range on comics, but ain't nobody 18 buying comics. Ain't nobody 14 buying comics. Ain't nobody 9 buying comics. So right now, I guess it makes sense to go back to the style that the people who are buying comics like. Anyway, let's see what happens when that issue comes out. Let's see if the stories get better. I haven't liked them. It's unfortunate, but I still love Superman. I still love any look. I still love just seeing him, and I love the changes. I love the return from the changes. I love lines on the suit. I love not lines on the suit. The excitement in the story when things happen to him. Thanks, everybody, for watching, and remember... Menon! Olavion! This hurts. Always look below the belt.